Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here with my next Boruto anime review. This one's going to be for episode 117, and this one's called Remon's Secret. What I'd say about this, and I think the arc in general, is that I actually do like the core aspects of what they're dealing with. I'm worried about the pacing though going forward. And what I mean by that is that I think the idea of kind of potentially setting up a romance with Konohamaru is a good thing, and I like that they're giving that some focus and it's not just a one-off episode. I like that they've now introduced sort of the dynamic with this kind of clan legacy that the descendants of these people have. That is interesting with the whole Soma thing and what is Soma, how they defeat it. That's a nice idea. I'm worried they're going to drag on this arc for 5-6 episodes when it probably maybe could have been done in 3 or 4. This is what Boruto's kind of done in the past with some of its arcs and just done lots and lots of episodes when they really didn't need to. In that this episode I actually think was interesting, but it did feel very, very extended out, slowly just, the characters watching, extending out some scenes, when it really could have got a lot more done if it was just straight to the point. Obviously the main thing with this episode, like I said, is the reveal of Soma and the idea of there being twins from this original Shrine Maiden, and this is some sort of a spirit or demon that takes memories away. And now that sort of legacy is passed between two parts of the family line. The females have a way to kind of counteract it with the special hairpin that Remon has, and then I assume through Kankitsu here they're going to reveal some specific thing as well with the males, and that will probably explain why Kankitsu is the way that he is, why he's changed from apparently being a nice guy to being very controlling here and making sure the wedding ritual happens. I'm all but certain the idea is that he is already possessed by Soma, and that this is the dynamic that's kind of happening in all of this. The females are protected by that, but he's possessed by that, and that's why you're seeing other people lose their memories, who are kind of getting in the way of the wedding ritual potentially happening. And the wedding ritual is important because it needed to keep the generations of going, so that the descendants always have the potential to bring Soma back. I think that's why the wedding is such an important thing. As for the rest of it, I like that we got to see another Konohamaru and Remon scene, showing again their kind of chemistry together. I actually am more and more on board with the idea of I actually do hope that they go for Remon and Konohamaru as a relationship by the end. Otherwise I'm not really sure kind of in a way what the point of all of this is. As interesting of kind of world building as it is, introducing this clan and the whole Shrine Maiden backstory, if it doesn't ultimately lead to the thing we care about with our main characters, that being kind of Remon Konohamaru relationship, I'm not sure why they're spending so much time on this in a way. Like I said, I think we'll get some interesting moments, and that Konohamaru seems to have some ideas that the Hidden Leaf Village could counteract Soma, who appears to be some sort of a spirit, demon. They're trying to sort of relate it in a way to the Reaper Death Seal and the idea of the Reaper, that it's that sort of a thing you're dealing with. So what ninjutsu out there is there that can sort of counteract this sort of stuff? That's going to be the big question. Beyond that, I think there was a lot of stuff that was kind of extended out, just scenes of, like I said, just Boruto and Konohamaru in the trees, watching some characters just kind of talk from a distance and that sort of thing. The core of this episode really is in 3 or 4 scenes, and the overall episode I think didn't flow as well because of that. We're in stretch out mode at the moment, I think, and I think I'm here because they did introduce some interesting stuff, and the relationships thing is actually something I'm interested in. The rest of it I'm not as sure about, in that I'm going to be pretty frustrated, I think, if this arc just ends with the idea of like Kankitsu goes back to normal, but like they're still setting up the idea that it's Kankitsu and Remon in a relationship. So hopefully they find a way to sort of break this ritual and free up Remon, hopefully. But because like I said, I think in the last video, I like the idea of Naruto kind of having a little bit more romance in it, and with Konohamaru, I think it's sort of fitting that he would have a relationship. I like that idea, and they've already done so much good in the first episode of this arc with Remon and Konohamaru's dynamic. Why not just go ahead with that? I think it works. But yeah, it looks like next episode they're at least going to do some interesting things. It looks like Boruto and Konohamaru are going to get hit by the whole memory thing, and it's going to be about them kind of getting their memories back and getting back on track with the investigation. And like, how many episodes is this going to be? I could see it being maybe 5, 6 is my impression right now. I don't think we'll get to any sort of conclusion next week. Then there's probably going to have to be the build towards the finale, and then I think maybe the finale. That's why I'm thinking in or around 5 episodes for this arc. But yeah, they need to deliver some stuff at the end for sure. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say about this one. I don't hate these episodes. I know a lot of people didn't particularly enjoy the last episode for some reason. I actually quite liked it because I think, you know, it is sort of unique, I suppose, within Naruto, where they sort of commit to kind of character relationships with characters, and I like that. So I think there's a certain potential with this arc, but I understand why it's not everyone's favorite, and they wish we could get to the better stuff. But again, with the manga being so slow paced and the monthly releases, the second they start doing the manga content, they're going to blow through it very, very quickly. So I get why they're holding out while bigger stuff happens in the manga. So yeah, that's my thoughts on episode 117 of Boruto. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts were on the episode. But that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.